South with a pocket full of stones. I mean, even have R&B joints like from High Five and stuff. You know, this soundtrack is like very well balanced and stuff like that. Cause, and this is a trend I noticed with certain soundtracks, especially in the '90s. Like they would sometimes just focus on having a particular coast with certain soundtracks sometimes. But yeah, man. Now here's a movie you don't see every day. Who's the Man? Shout out to my homeboy Hoovy for this one. This came out in 1993. Yo MTV Raps host Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. It's been years since I've seen Who's the Man and stuff like that. It's been years, but at the same time, it's enjoyable from what I remember. This was known for songs like Party and Bullshit with Biggie, even though he was known as Big on the soundtrack. House of Pain with Who's the Man. I love that track. Eric Sermon Hitting Switches, which is on the No Pressure album. Let's Go Through the Motions with Jodeci. I mean, it's not the best soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie, cause I want to say after the House of Pain track, I kind of fell off. And no, I'm not the biggest fan of Father MC. So yeah, so this was a very cool soundtrack. I would definitely recommend it. Whew. Now this one, Murder Was a Case. This came out in 1994. This was the soundtrack to the long form music video Murder Was a Case, which I've always felt that was weird. You need a soundtrack for a music video, but okay. Yeah, but other than that, you have some of the best songs in death row history on this soundtrack, like Natural Born Killers, Murder Was a Case remix, 21 Jump Street, Jewel's cover of Harvest for the World. I mean, why this album is not on streaming services, I don't know, but at the same time, I'm grateful I got the CD. Probably my favorite soundtrack in death row history. Yeah, I said it. I want to say I've done a review on the album. If not, that's definitely coming soon. Then we got Waiting to Exhale featuring, the 1995. Again, another Whitney movie, very, very dope movie. This is a movie at first I slept on at first, but now I appreciate it for what it is now. This is like a perfect R&B album. Babyface produced his whole album. Babyface that nigga though. Songs like Whitney Houston, Exhale, Shoop, Aretha Franklin, It Hurts Like Hell. Tony Braxton, Let It Flow. Brandy, Sitting Up in My Room. What y'all know about that? Yeah, this is a very, very, very dope album. Oh God, okay. Yes. Fuck yes. Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Again, another movie that's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Maybe one of the Wayans' top 3 best movies. Like, just making fun of hood. Yeah, this is a classic movie in my opinion. And the soundtrack is even more dope. This is known for songs like Time to Shine, featuring Lil' Kim and Mona Lisa, which is kind of interesting too because on this version, they used the Average White Man sample. But if you watch the video, they use like the same beat or same sample as Mary J. Blige's Love No Limit. I like both versions. I can't tell this one which I like more, but yeah, both versions slaps. Can't Be Wasting My Time. Mona Lisa and Lost Boys. That was a big hit at that time. Let's Lay Together with the Isley Brothers. This is another soundtrack that was well balanced. Win awards with Ghostface, Master Killer, You God, Raekwon, and Capadonna. Very dope album. Classic soundtrack in my opinion. Definitely gotta talk about the soundtrack one day in the movie. Now we're gonna get into Jay-Z, Rockefeller with the Streets Is Watching soundtrack. 1998. Again, it's been years since I peeped Streets Is Watching, because I remember I saw it one time, I want to say on BET or something. But yeah, the soundtrack is some of the best songs on Rockefeller. You know, songs like "It's Alright" with Memphis and Jay-Z, "Murdergram" with the supergroup Murder Inc. Rest in peace, DMX, by the way. My nigga Hill Figure MOP. In My Lifetime remix. Oh my god, Jay-Z killed that shit. But yeah, this album is definitely another dope album right here. I feel like this was the original plan for the Dynasty album before the Dynasty album became the Jay-Z album and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, four more. Four more albums, y'all. Four more albums. The last soundtrack I got on CD, I want to say, yeah, this is the last soundtrack I got on CD. 8 Mile soundtrack. This was released in 2002. 8 Mile, everyone knows that movie. It's a classic movie. Eminem semi-autobiographical film. You know, this is known for songs like "Lose Yourself," which I'm not gonna lie, I'm never tired of hearing "Lose Yourself." That's like one of the few songs I'm never really tired of hearing that it gets repeatedly played because it's just a timeless track. Maybe that's my favorite Eminem song, maybe too, but we'll talk about that one day. Jay-Z featuring Freeway, 8 Miles and Running. Nas, You Wanna Be Me, where that was actually a Jay-Z diss track, believe it or not, where he threw shots at Jay. The 8 Mile track with Eminem. Love Me with M, Obi Trice and 50. Oh my god, that song is ill as hell. Yeah, this was a very, very, very dope album. Definitely expect a review on this album one day. Then we got the Velvet Underground with their third self-titled album. Very dope album, very underrated if you ask me. This was known for songs like Pale Blue Eyes, After Hours. But to me, the best track was The Murder Mystery, which is like the longest track off this album. So yeah, this is a very, very dope album. Classic album. Even though my favorite albums from them are like the first two, those are my top albums. That album, it has a special place because I just like how dark it was. And that was when they were really trying to do more conventional kind of songs too. And I'm just going to show these two because this is pretty much the same artist. So I'm just going to knock these both out. Warren G, Regulate G-Funk Era. So glad I got this album. This came out in 1994. This is a classic album, in my opinion. G-Funk at its finest. You know, this is known for songs like Do You See, So Many Ways, This DJ. You know, rest in peace to Chris Lighty. You know, Warren G is Dre's stepbrother. And the last album is Warren G, Return of the Regulator. This came out in 2002. This is actually a very good album too, you know. This album had like some dope joints and stuff like that. Like, that's one thing about Warren G. He is very consistent and very slept on and stuff like that. Like producing. He may not be like the most lyrical rapper, but he does have a good presence shift too. So, yeah, man. I definitely need to get my hands on the I Want It All album from 99. And I also want to get my hands on a Take a Look Over Your Shoulder from 97. Even though Take a Look Over Your Shoulder has some joints, it's not as bad as people make it out to be, in my opinion. And that's all the CDs I have for this shelf. So now we got just this right here, and we should be good for the CDs. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a good night. Peace.